Hey there subscribers, friends and any casual viewers out there that's interested in this kind of stuff. Welcome to another one of my homemade videos. This one I'll be showing off my SEGA Mortal Kombat Collection, and I'll be talking about a few of the games here. This is all, I'm making this video all in aid of because yesterday I got the SEGA Mega City Mortal Kombat version. I'm really happy I got this because it's a very rare game, and so I decided to make a video, you know, as a special edition kind of feature because of it. So yeah, as you can see, I even got the SEGA Master System Mortal Kombat games here. This is Mortal Kombat 1 on SEGA Master System, and Mortal Kombat 2. I've had them ones for a long time. I just haven't got around to uploading a playthrough of them ones yet. So yeah, the Master System versions play pretty good for an 8-bit system. You know, those two games look pretty good on it. I mean, of course, you compare the graphics and the gameplay to the 16-bit ports and any of the others, and it's not going to look as good. But you got to remember that Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2 they're playing on an 8-bit system, and for an 8-bit system like the SEGA Master System, the graphics are really good. So yeah, that's that. And so yesterday I got Mortal Kombat, the SEGA Mega City version. This is extremely rare and I'm very happy I got it. I've uploaded a playthrough of it already with Scorpion on very hard, seeing as I did Mortal Kombat on Mega Drive with Scorpion on very easy. So to make up for it, I guess I did Scorpion on very hard on this one. So yeah, this game is very good. You know, it plays very similar to the Mortal Kombat on Mega Drive. The graphics are nearly identical. They've added some more things in there. Like, they've given all the fighters more frames of animation, and they've given Sub-Zero his original arcade stance, which wasn't in the Mega Drive version. There's a few other little graphical improvements, like they've added dead bodies and more blood on the pit bottom, when the Mega Drive version was clean as a whistle down there. And the palace gates, I think there's a little flame thing in the background on this one, which wasn't in the Mega Drive one. And Shang Tsung, he moves his head in the throne room, and he even claps, which that doesn't happen in the Mega Drive version. So there's a few graphical improvements. They've also given the Mega City version, they've also put the original soundtrack, the original arcade Mortal Kombat soundtrack in it. So I suppose, Tololo, you're there. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I like it. I think it's good. Something different from the Mega Drive version. And they've added all the speech as well. That's all in there. And the announcer says all the character names. So that's good. My only issue with this version is that you can still enter the dollard code. There's no blood code anymore, so that's good. You get the blood straight out. You don't get that screen, the code screen anymore. But you can still enter the dollard code. And I remember from doing that so many times with the Mega Drive version that in the options you get all the flags. You know, where you can turn things on and off in the game. And with the Mega City version, the problem I have is that for some reason, when you enable the moon, there's a moon flag now, where you're supposed to always get the shadows in front of the moon in the pit stage to fight Reptile. But for some reason, I've noticed that when I enable that feature to get the shadows in front of the moon, and I go to start a fresh playthrough from the pit stage, for some reason the shadows don't go past in the moon stage. So even if you get 2 flawless victories and perform a fatality on the pit stage, you still don't get to fight Reptile. That only happens when you start a fresh playthrough from the pit stage. If you start from the courtyard and you wait till you get to the pit stage, you'll always get the shadows in front of the pit stage. But it's when you start off from the pit stage, for some reason, it just doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it does, but not all the time. I don't know why, but that's my only issue with this game. Other than that, I love everything else about it. So yeah, that's that. So I'm really happy I got it. It's a rare one. Cost me quite a bit from eBay, but I'm very lucky to have it. And the disc is in very good condition. There's hardly any scratches on it, so that's good. And yeah, but you know, as good as it is, I still prefer, me personally, I still prefer the Mega Drive version. This one to me is the best one out of the lot. This is the one I played, you know, in my childhood. It's the one I owned back in the day. That's my favourite one. I mean, this one, I have to give it to this one because this one has the best music. Best music, best gameplay. It's definitely this one. Mega CD version has slightly better graphics, but this one has better music. You just can't beat that percussion from Matt Furness and Sean Hollingworth. Hang on, I forgot to say something. Yeah, like going back to Mortal Kombat 1, you know, I'm not going to rant or anything, but I just don't understand why everybody prefers the Super Nintendo version of this. What is so special about that version? I mean, for God's sakes, it's so embarrassing. It doesn't even have blood in it. How can a Mortal Kombat game not have blood in it? I mean, even the Master System version had the blood code to enable the blood. You know, everyone. I mean, this version's got the blood. It's got better music in high quality. It's got everything. You know, it's just, and everybody prefers the Super Nintendo version. That one's got no blood. It's got glitchy, crappy gameplay, and the audio is very compressed. I noticed. It's like you're talking like this, like there's no treble in the voices, and the audio. It sounds like it's being outputted through a pipe, like most Super Nintendo games. You know, that's just my take on it. But I do like that. I do like the Super Nintendo version, to be honest. And come to think of it, it was the first version I ever got to play of Mortal Kombat. I remember I was at a mate's place back in the day where I used to live. He had it on his Super Nintendo, on his PAL Super Nintendo, and he invited me over to check it out. And I had a go with him, and he kicked my ass with Scorpion all the time. And I thought, yeah, it was pretty good, but I never really got into Mortal Kombat till just after that, I think, when I started playing it in the arcades, and it started to grow on me. Then I finally got it on Mega Drive, and I was like, wow, you know, finally I don't have to waste my money. So yeah, that's that. Mortal Kombat 2 that's another really good one. Mortal Kombat 2, in my opinion, on Mega Drive, out of the four, has to be the easiest. It's very, very easy. I can play it on very hard with one credit with any fighter, and I can still win. It's so easy. The computer just plays so dumb. It's so easy to outsmart. If you've watched my Scorpion playthrough on very hard with one credit that I did with Mortal Kombat 2, you'll notice that the computer plays very dumb. It just walks into my trap all the time. All you got to do is flip. You flip back, and then the game, about half a second later, the computer will flip as well. So, and because you land on the ground first, that's when you draw the spear. So as soon as they land, they cop the spear in their gut, and then you get a free hit, and you keep doing that till you win. So it's and the arcade version's like that too. So it copies the arcade computer. So that's that. Mortal Kombat 3 on Mega Drive. I never liked it when it first came out. Not until later. The problem with Mortal Kombat 3 is they left all the good fighters out. There's no Scorpion, there's no Classic Sub-Zero, there's no Reptile, there's no Jade, Kitana Melina, there's no Baraka or Raiden. It's like, what the fuck? You know, they added all these new fighters in it at the time, and I didn't know who any of them were. And you know, you got to have some decent fighters in it. I don't know what was going on with Midway there, but the character fighter roster is shit in this game. But the graphics are really good. And the music is very good too. This was developed by, I think, Avalanche Software and Williams, and published by Acclaim. Then we got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This is a very good version, this one. Finally, Midway decided to put all the good fighters in at this time. And this one's got Scorpion and Human Smoke, Noob Saibot, Rain, Jade, Kitana Melina, Classic Sub-Zero. So this one's, yeah, much better. This one's also, or I'd say, this one's probably the hardest out of the four. Because the computer's not as dumb in this one, but I can still outsmart it. When I play Scorpion in this game, you can't rely on drawing a spear all the time, like in Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. In this one, I rely on combos. Combos are the thing to win in this game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just, you know, try not to keep it too long. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you later.